evolving. But Eric, howdy.
Hey.
Yeah, it's it has been such a delight to be in association with, collaboration with, co-creation with Eric, because everything that has been happening is a high quality, and I would say all the things that we've been doing is really a high quality. So thanks.
Thank you, David. Takes the words out of my mouth, and I was going to say the same thing about David Wick, who I think we have to say is the glue that has been so essential. I want to know who in this room is tired of the way things have been done in the past and are ready for something new and different. Is that right? You are part of a legacy that is beginning. You are part of a beta test for peace that is taking place here in Ashland that is intended to reach out to the world as a whole. And David asked me to address a little vision because maybe I'm always thinking that way, but it has come to me through this process over the last few years that we are on the cusp of really bringing to light that expression, be the city we want to see. In South Africa, when I worked with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, it was said that there shall be Ubuntu rather than victimization. And when I asked Archbishop Tutu about what this Ubuntu meant, a little smile came to his face, and he said, Ubuntu has no direct translation in Western terms. It means I am human through my relations with other humans. What I do to you, I do to myself. That the solitary individual is a contradiction in terms. And he said, we are corporate. We are connected. We are interconnected. And that notion that we are not victims and perpetrators, but we are going to operate from that point of connectedness really guides an overall vision for how we see the world. For the world has lived in the age of separation far too long, and it is so ready for an era of Ubuntu. And so what we envisioned for this process was the establishment of a commission. Why a commission? Why not just a project or a committee or a group? A commission was chosen at that time because we felt strongly that we needed to raise up the status of peace building into the institutional framework of our cities. That we needed to establish a type of commission that had the status and the prestige and the institutionalized framework to match the city council, the particular commission, the police commission, whatever commission exists in various cities. And we wanted to say, no, we want a city that operates from that point of peace. So in choosing that, we chose the commission model and commissioners. And why commissioners then? Why did we draw on people like the chief of police, the editor of the paper, the head of the library, doctors, lawyers, different workers, arts, teachers, people from different walks of life to be commissioners? We did that very consciously. We did that because we wanted to create a collective wisdom around peace issues that was different from just our group of activists getting together and talking about change and peace and everything else. And we wanted to do reciprocal education and growth from all those institutions, going back through their work on the commission, back to the police department, to the school, to the media, to all of those genres of the peace wheel that David so wisely brought to us all. And so the vision has been to create a wisdom council of sorts, where we can learn from diverse experiences around issues and policy issues toward building a culture of peace for our community. Now, the vision didn't just stop with that. The vision went on to become, what can we do beyond that? And David will probably describe it, but yesterday we finally incorporated the Culture of Peace Commissions Incorporated, a organization made up, we have initial board members, Chris Harding, Joyce Seeger, and Joe Charter. We have David working as an executive director. And the purpose of this commission is to serve as a resource hub and a fiscal sponsor and secure the 501c3 status, but to be this resource hub and incubator so we can drop the beta-tested idea of a peace commission in every city across the United States. So this is a vision for the future, if you will. This is something we have worked on from the get-go. This is something that we have tried to develop, structure, that we learned our own listening, our internal listening. How it developed was so organic with the various committees and the various workshops and the various working groups coming up. And it was just beautiful to watch, for me to watch particularly, because I did observe sometimes from the outside looking in. And I could say, to have even been for David and I and Patricia, Kathleen, other people who are here, to see what we talked about for years now and slowly crafted and listened, to watch it come to this point and to see the quality of the people that are here and that are working on these notions, to watch that come to life is so inspiring and gives us such optimism and hope for the future. So I welcome you all here. I really urge you to keep us creative in this model. We are not just an NGO or a project working on these things. We want formal relationships, memorandum of understanding with the city. We want other cities to adopt similar types of things. And Ashland will go forward as the beam of light that helped carry this vision through the 21st century. So thank you all deeply from my heart and all of us who've been working on this.